Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indiana Tech Esports channel. My name is Bub, a former Rocket League player, joined by another former Indiana Tech Rocket League player. I pointed this way because technically from my angle, you're this way, but you're actually this way. It's Miller, for those who remember the Rocket League broadcast last year. Miller, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. It's a blessing to be on the stream again, and yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. We got a good one in store tonight. It is Ole Miss, and it is Indiana Tech, a top 25 matchup. The first big top 25 matchup we got this year for the Rocket League team. For those who saw NECC placements last week, you saw me lose my mind, which is, Miller, I'm sure you can attest to this for any Rocket League broadcast. That's the norm.
That is the norm.
But a little more so last week than normal. They pushed me to my limits. A 3-1 win over Cleveland State, which, Miller, I know you personally, we've talked about the history between Indiana Tech and Cleveland State. You guys had quite the history. Within
that was a
one
rival
semester, really. And then IU, a 2-0 series deficit leading to a reverse sweep. This a very different story, though. Ole Miss, it is Lunar, Stealth, and C-Money, a roster that has been notable at the top of CRL for quite some time, and they're still here. Obviously, Indiana Tech, this is a new roster with Reshiram, Velocity, and Bluey. It'll be interesting as you see Velocity. You can't even see his face. Dude's got the monitor right there. He's locked in.
You can't see what face he's making, but yeah, this is an interesting matchup, and they definitely can't go down 0-2 to start like they did against IU here. This is a much better team, so yeah, I think the boys got it in them.
Yeah, and a big note for everyone watching is for NECC placements, it was best of 5. Miller, you're familiar with NECC during the regular season. The big difference between placements and now is it's best of 7s from here on out. And that does carry through if we do make playoffs. It doesn't stop at all, period, the rest of the way. It's you got to win not just 3 over your opponents, which this is Division 1. These are the best teams in the nation when it comes to NECC. You got to beat them 4 times, and that 4th win is hit a lot harder than that 3rd one. I'm sure you can attest to that as well.
That is the hardest win. I mean, you could be up 3-0, and things just start going not your way, not the bounces you want, and now you're looking at a game 6 or game 7, and you do not want to be on the other end of that. So it's a scary.
Yeah. Well, I think we are getting the lobby set up. I see everyone's checked in. I think we're just waiting for players to load up. So unless I see a signal from people in the back, which I'm not seeing, I think we're going to take a quick little break, make sure everything's all set to go. Don't go far. We got a good one coming up. We'll be right back.
That's actually crazy.
And we are in game here in game number 1. We made it 30 seconds late. Doesn't matter either way. The Warriors get the ball here to start. They'll just pop one on net. Lunar with 1 save, and the shot immediately from Bluey, steered aside by Stealth. Miller, we were talking about this a little bit off stream about the results between these two rosters, and a little bit leading up to this as well. Ole Miss, if memory serves correctly, obviously we just saw Bepic's most recent rankings, where I believe they were 13th. Indiana Tech most recently placed 18th, but Ole Miss, Lunar, Stealth, and C-Money, it's a veteran roster. They've been around for a hot minute. We also talked about a Concord result in another tournament for Indiana Tech where they took them to game 5 overtime. This is a big test regardless at this point in the season.
Yes, I agree. I think Ole Miss is one of those teams that has a very high skill ceiling, but also a low floor. I think when things get kind of risky for them, or things can go south very fast. But again, this is a roster that has a lot of time played together. They had, same roster as last year, and they did very well. So, you can never count them out. Got to start strong here for Indiana Tech.
Here's Lunar trying to throw one on net. That's an easy save there by, I believe it was Resh. The 50 there by Velocity off his own backboard. C-Money looking out in front. Actually went for the bump instead. Now Bluey the 50 on Lunar. Ole Miss with some pressure here. Stealth 1, maybe 2. That's just going to drop right in front for Resh, and then it's going to get steered back out. The Warriors will clear. This actually could be dangerous in front, but Lunar actually cut off and read by Bluey, but now C-Money with some time and space gets the bump, gets a demo as well. Now a shot here for Stealth. It goes! Well, hello, Ole Miss on the board. This looked relatively benign, but finds its way to the back of the net. It's 1-0.
Yeah, I don't know how that gets through. It seems like some communication mistake there. Someone had to challenge early, and then just nothing came. So free net for Ole Miss.
That's how the party gets started here. Is C-Money going straight towards the net. That's one shot steered aside. The rebound goes. Stealth has double dipped just about halfway through, and well, you talked about needing to stabilize and start strong. Well, the strong start definitely has not happened here, Miller. The next step is definitely to stop the bleeding here and start punching back maybe a little bit. Obviously, best of 7. We talked about the length of this series could make an impact as well, but this is definitely not the ideal start for the Warriors.
Definitely not what you want to start with, but I can... Oh, and as Bluey gets one, sneaks one by the defense. Beautiful pass. And that, I mean, we'll take that. That's what we needed. I was just about to talk about how they needed to get on the board real fast because that's not a good start, and Bluey shuts me up. That's what I like to see.
That's a good bounce back here. 2:21 to go, 1-goal game. Game 1, still plenty of time. Reminder for everyone at home, it is a best of 7 in NECC. It was best of 5 during placements. We talked about that a little bit on the very, very abbreviated pre-show. About 30 seconds worth of conversation. That was that brief introduction. Lunar is going to try and make it 3-1, but Velocity stands tall here with another 50. Velocity called into task again. He's got a flip. He'll get another. He's going to drop this one down for Bluey, who sends it on target. Stealth the save, and the clear all in one. Velocity will watch this one back from his own corner. Bluey gets the demo. Lunar with one touch. That does get around one.
Oh, this is going to be awkward.
50's right back out in front, but still, Ole Miss keeps the pressure on at least for now, and then Bluey does eventually find the clear.
Now that's exactly what they needed to relieve the pressure. Now Blue needs to do something here in the corner. Unfortunately gives up possession. C-Money going to take it along. Velocity bumped out. Stealth now here has a double shot opportunity. Cleared away. And Velocity got pre-jumped here. We'll see how that... Wow, it leads to a Bluey shot. Very awkward. Oh, couldn't get around the defense. That is very unfortunate.
It's a good stop there by C-Money. A final minute here in game number 1 between the Warriors and Ole Miss. And C-Money will just get one touch. That's going to go right to Resh, though. This is the wrong guy to give space.
One bumped in net.
Huge stop by Lunar. Keeps it a 1-goal game. That was your chance, Miller.
That was such a great save. I really thought that was going through. I saw the bump go through and everything, but sometimes you just can't you can't go through, you know? The defender played it too well.
Resh looking for another. I thought it was open. And on the goal line down below, Bluey. Again, Resh creating space and has made 2 really good scoring opportunities here, but the final 15 seconds, game 1, looking like it might slip away here from the Warriors. And with that touch from Lunar, that almost certainly makes this an impossible task the rest of the way, unless that's a good clear. It's actually going to bounce in front. It's there for Velo. He's going to go for one pop. The shot steered aside again by Stealth. And he'll try and send it down, and will do just that. Game 1 to Ole Miss by a score of 2-1. And, well, Miller, we knew these two teams were relatively evenly matched. The rankings said so. Our gut said so as well. And game 1 can only confirm that feeling so far. Stealth with the 2 goals and C-Money with 2 assists for Ole Miss.
Now, Indiana Tech need to ride this into next game. They started after half of last game. They started heating up a little more. They definitely didn't start how they wanted to, and you got to think that there were some chances that they wanted to get back because that game could have gone overtime. Could have been finished in regulation. I mean, Bluey and Velocity were definitely heating up in that second half of that game, and you want to see them continue that in the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen the trend over the course of the season as well. They went down 2-0 on a certain show match with a certain caster who may or may not be in the chat. I highly doubt it. He's probably doing his show match right now. Shout out to Mr. Bepic against Columbia College, where they dropped the first 2 games and then won the next 4. We saw it in NECC placements, where the Warriors went down 2-0 against IU, won the next 3. They do tend to start slower and then pick up the pace as it goes along. We did also say, to that counterpoint, this is not the team to be doing that to.
Yes, this is, no matter your results, you have to start hot. It's so important, especially, for getting in the right mindset for the rest of the series. Important to start hot. That's a rough jump from Velocity, but he gets a hand on it. They'll try to continue, but he's bumped off. See what else he can do. It's a rough position in defense there. They're locked inside their half. Oh, that is not what you want to see.
Well, it's Stealth again. By the way, he has all 3 goals now for Ole Miss. And a 1-0 lead. And the good news is it's 1 goal and 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go. That's a good demo. But I'm going to be honest with you, Miller. I'd like to see a little bit more possession from the Warriors here. They've been playing away from the ball a lot, especially early so far in the games. Obviously, we're only a minute into game 2, but it's the possession has not quite been there to start. That's a good bump, but Resh not quite in position to follow. That's a good pop from Velocity for Bluey, but it's not quite into his hands, and now Velo has to get up in time and does.
This is more what we were looking for, at least on the offensive half. On defense, they look very panicky. And
there we go.
Wow. Beautiful play by Reshiram and Bluey, I believe. Was it? No, it was Velocity. I'm sorry. Velocity and Reshiram. Beautiful play. Bump. Nothing you could really do there as defender. And that's what you want to see when you have an advantage like that on the offense.
We'll take it. It's a 1-1 game with 3:37 to go. Each team with an early one. It is C-Money from his own backboard. He will get 1 touch, and Resh will promptly deposit that one on target. Lunar with 1 touch and then a flip, followed by another touch challenged away by Bluey. Velocity will wrap this one around. He'll just try and do it himself, but there's Bluey! And the Warriors have the lead!
Beautiful. I mean, a little scrappy on the offense. I don't know exactly. Oh, C-Money caught in net with a 0 boost, kind of hard, and was expecting the bump as well. But beautiful play by the Indiana Tech offense.
Oh, kickoffs. We've seen this year, this time. They do recover. Be an absolute backbreaker to get a lead and then immediately give it up.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Miller,
is just...
Have we seen this a few times this year already, or what? I mean, that honestly, that's incredible from Ole Miss to find a way to put that one on target. But
it was, but it's, I think those are one of the goals you just kind of have to scrap. Put as far out of your mind as possible and just keep going. And now it's 0-0. Nothing's changed. Keep your game plan going because they were heating up.
Bluey to the backboard. Lunar, he's got nothing in the tank here. He'll just get the 1 touch. C-Money to follow. He'll only have the 1 touch. Bluey will hand this one into the corner for Velocity. He'll get around 1. He's got Bluey in the middle. Velo will just go to the backboard. This will pop back for Bluey, and a stop by Lunar on the goal line. Stealth is there. He is shut down there by Resh. Now Velocity off the ceiling in the middle. Bluey's there. Does he get there in time? He gets the 50. Velo off the backboard. Stealth will send it to the right side for Lunar.
Yeah, I mean, Ole Miss played that perfectly. Playing for your teammates is so important, and they're doing great with following up touches on defense. Something I think Indiana Tech could learn from a little.
I'm going to try and do something here. Bluey tried for the flip, couldn't quite get it. Stealth will move this one back. Velo pressing the attack once more. Lunar's got boost this time. They'll work this one to the side. Resh is there. Does he have 2? He does! Into the middle! And it's steered aside by Stealth. Another good look. And hey, the Warriors, we wanted to see a little bit more offensively. We're starting to get that a little bit here as we get into the latter pieces of game 2.
Yeah, absolutely heating up on the offense. Just, the defense is playing very close to the player and able to get it out. As Reshiram almost had a shot there. Or Velocity, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is dangerous.
What a save.
No
Louis
boost.
over 1. Velocity going to keep following. Shot on net. Easily steered away.
Lunar's going to try and work this one out. No boost. A couple bumps come out as well. It's going to slow down the Ole Miss counter. But it definitely won't slow down Stealth as he tries to work it back himself. Velo takes it away. Actually held on to his flip. And then that works its way into the middle. Resh.
I'm coming.
Bumps come out. It's still there, but 50 to side again. Final 60 to go here in game 2. Velo to the side for Bluey. No contact to be made there. And then Resh forces the 50 out wide. And he'll look to move this one back again. Going for the bump. Bluey will get the follow, and Lunar will work it back once more for Ole Miss. Velo, last man, makes a stop. Stealth, sidewall, gets bumped. Who's the follow? It's C-Money. He'll go high. No follow there for Ole Miss, and they might have had a chance, but elected not to commit quite yet. Final 30. That's a big clear. What does Resh have?
What?
On target, and a big stop by C-Money.
I mean, beautiful positioning there. I loved that. That almost caught the defender off guard, but unfortunately, he's still able to get a touch on it. See now, pass mid.
Just off the bar.
These shots, I mean, they're just so many chances for the Indiana Tech offense right now. It's looking really good going into a possible OT.
Well, once again, it's going to be a 1-goal game. And it's the Warriors off the kickoff, and it's going to go! We will see at least 5 in this series. The Warriors have drawn even.
I mean, that's what you want to see. I mean, a little unfortunate from Ole Miss. That's not really how you want to end a game. But being Indiana Tech, this is exactly what you need. A quick end of the game, start the next game, and carry that momentum through into game number 3.
Yeah, it's a big, big bounce back indeed. And you take a look, goals spread every which way. Everybody on the board with the exception of C-Money. Obviously, someone has to miss out on the goal scoring with Ole Miss only getting 2 goals. But yeah, like you said, Miller, that's a big bounce back and a big way for the Warriors. A confidence booster. Game 1 wasn't too far. Obviously, it's a 1-goal game. But Ole Miss came out swinging in game 1. And obviously, the Warriors... They fight back to get a 2-1 lead. To promptly give one back the way they did, though, you got to wonder what that does to the psyche at times. Obviously, it didn't affect them too much. They take game 2. Now we're on to game 3.
Yeah, I mean, great job to the Indiana Tech boys at getting that done after a really unfortunate, goal that went through. But starting game number 3, let's see if we can get one really early. That would really help with our chance at winning the game.
They have a look, too. They have another one. And 2 saves by Ole Miss. Lunar tries to get the clear. And they'll actually get a little bit further there on the follow from Stealth. Velocity will stay with this one for the moment. Stealth just trying to push the issue. Stays in the Warrior corner for now. Now Lunar trying to get some work done. Velo steers it out wide. Velo, this man's doing God's work on defense right now. Finally, Bluey able to work it out, but I think Velo was in like 16 different spots there in about 30, not even 30 seconds time.
He is the Indiana Tech brick wall right now, and it's exactly what you need. Someone to take those 50s, buy time for your teammates to get boost. It makes it a lot easier and more comfortable to play on defense.
Miss trying to get something done. The demo does come out. And finally, when there's not a third man back, Ole Miss strikes.
Yeah, that was just a absolutely fantastic demo by C-Money, recognizing that there would be an open shooting lane. I mean, hard to pass that up. Hard to avoid that too.
That's a free miss. Velo, he's going to drop it for Bluey. That's a save. The rebound. Oh, the ball's come out. Velo's shot is steered aside by Stealth. And now the counter. Lunar can't make contact. He'll just go for the 50, and Bluey will go for the follow. And now a counter for the Warriors. Resh on target, stopped again. Another bump comes out. Velo, soft touch out into the middle for Bluey. He'll look to get some more work done. Pop back one more time for Resh, and a big save. Rebound still there. Velo,
I cannot believe these chances for Indiana Tech that are being steered clear by the Ole Miss defense. I mean, it is insane right now. Here's another one. Just nothing seems to be going through. Wow! As I was just about to say, nothing is going through. Bluey proves me wrong once again. He loves to do it while I'm talking about him. Just right over the head of everybody and right into the net. That was beautiful. Great challenge.
And just like that, we're tied. Keep the pressure moving. The Warriors do find a way. Folks, it's gonna be a fun one. If you didn't think so already, the way this series has kind of unfolded to start, that's a big stop by Bluey. It's definitely proving what everyone, I think, was anticipating this series to be. If you've seen the meme, they are what we thought they were. You know what I'm talking about. Velocity will hold on to this one from his own end. Actually, he'll boom it back out. It is kept by Ole Miss and sent back by Resh. Velocity's there on the challenge. He'll dunk it low. There's a demo on the back line. Bluey will make it 2-1.
What a absolutely beautiful play. You have Reshram demoing. You have Velocity pre-jumped. Stealth, I believe, who was on the backboard. And then you have Bluey there to clean up. Absolutely beautiful play from the Indiana Tech boys. And that's what you want to see. Just keep it going. Let's get another one. Let's get another one.
Where you're starting to feel it a little bit now. Infield, Resh on target, but it's right at Lunar. Lunar actually, I think, evaded the bump by almost letting the bump happen. And now Velocity will let that one happen. It's like the Stonks meme, except for physics. Lunar, underneath. Got 50'd. Looked for the bump for a moment. Velocity tried to get up over one. Can't quite do anymore. And now back the other way off the bar.
No!
We
saved
saw that
by
last
the
week
bar.
with the Warriors. Right now, it's C-Money who's cursed. Oh, and right back the other way. It's Resh. Oh, no.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what we needed to do from the start. I mean, all these bumps plays that are going through are just perfect. I mean, what a play by Velocity. You know, getting it up and high and then getting the bump and free shooting lane for Reshram. I mean, that was just. This is they're clicking right now. This is what you like to see.
Miller, I hate to open old wounds, but
oh god,
last year's team, y'all might know a thing or two about that bar, eh?
It's the only thing we know about.
Everything I need to know. Yeah, there's your answer, folks.
The bar was our best friend and also our worst enemy.
Somewhere, well, he's actually playing right now, so he's not watching the stream. But Chip, I think, just fell out of a chair.
Yeah.
It is Velocity trying to move this one out. It's a 50. Held on to in the midfield, sent back by Resh. We're in the final 60 of Game 3, and what has been the most comfortable game so far for the Warriors. And what a turn of events it has been so far, Miller. Game 1 was anything but comfortable. Game 2, it's been the slow momentum shift we talked about, but it's happened much faster this time around than what we've seen in the past.
I would agree. I think the theme of this game is just, getting it in, getting the ball in, no matter, what has happened. I feel like the last two games were definitely taken over by Ole Miss's possession. And, they still somehow stayed in the game. Oh, wow. What a save. Big stop at the last second. And I think that will be Game 3 in Indiana Tech's book. They need to keep this up. I mean, what more could you ask for it? They really locked in, I think, on defense. They stopped throwing the ball away in the offensive half. They'd have a play and just a missed pass or something, and it'd go the other way, and then they wouldn't be able to break out of their half for another minute or so. And I think they contained that, and that's why it was so comfortable this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't really have much to say. I mean, that was it was comfortable. Again, best of 7 though, where you'd be 1 game away in a best of 5. You're only halfway home right now. It's not over, not even close. With the caliber of team that's on the other side, they ain't going down that easy. There's no way. And if you think anything else, I can see some people in chat right now. By the way, I saw an old teammate, Miller. You won't remember this guy, Yodilly, in chat saying, good to see you again. Good to see you again as well. I see some Ole Miss fans in chat. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you guys here. Let me hear you as well. This team is not going down that easy. This is way too good of a team to go down the way that game just looked. It's just not happening.
Yeah, no, I would expect them to have talked about that game and make a game plan. And I think it's more possession in while they're on offense, because they're getting absolutely brutalized when they're on defense, and they need to find a way to get more shots. Or threatening shots at least on the IT. Yeah, this is what you want to see if you're Ole Miss, an Ole Miss fan. No one there to clean up though. Yeah. Oh, I lied. Stealth is there.
And promptly the response.
Yeah, exactly what you'd want to see from Ole Miss coming off of such a, I'd say a one-sided loss as last game. You want to start strong, start hot. So that's exactly what they're doing.
If memory serves me correct, Ole Miss has scored first in every single game in this series.
Yeah.
I believe that is correct.
I want to agree with you, but I don't know about last game.
It is when Ole Miss scores both the first and second goal when they win. That is the trend so far. Obviously, it's 1 for 1, so much for a trend when it's only 1 game. But we've seen 3 games, and Ole Miss is bidding for that second goal, although that bid feels short-lived in this example, although the attack did live for a moment there. A little bit of friendly fire there between Lunar and Stealth, but they do get the clear. Here's Resh with a lot of boost and a lot of time. He ends up going for the bump, but it was read by Lunar. And now Bluey will clear this one back. Almost read by Stealth. And now off the corner, it's C-Money. He'll leave it behind. And eventually fought out there by the Warriors. It was Bluey off the 50.
Yeah, some of this can get very scary. I think when Indiana Tech is on defense and they're on defense for a prolonged time and they get to 0 boost, they start I think the comms start getting a little messy. You could see when they start clumping up, and it's it's very hard for them to get out of their half now.
Ole Miss is doing exactly what we thought they would do. They are ramping up the speed. They're ramping up the pressure, and well, simply they are playing like they do not want to go down 3-1. They've come out swinging just like we said they would. Here's a good look here for Indiana Tech. The net's open, so we're tied. I can try and hype that one up as much as I want. And Velocity will probably yell at me after the fact for not getting hype and blowing out my own voice for yelling at that. I'm sorry the net is open. I can't get excited when the net is open.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on how that went in. It was a great play from, IT recognizing that they had that space to take, but I'm not sure how Ole Miss left that open. I don't know why all 3 were in the corner. It's not what you want to see.
Ole Miss immediately looking for the response. It is Lunar. That's a really good challenge from Velocity. Kind of came out, I think he came off the ceiling.
Yeah, he came off the ceiling. Corner. Absolutely beautiful. You can't, not much you can do there. You just got to 50 if you're C-Money.
The Warriors all low boost with the exception of Resh. Bluey finally picks up a bunch. It's a miss, and Bluey, that net's open again. I think he missed. Oh. It's the bar. Miller, we're cursed. You're back.
No, that's all right. You know what? Bluey rarely misses those, but it's unfortunate. We'll just have to regain. I hope that at least it's.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is not looking good. I was trying to spin that, but I think it looks good now. Beautiful counterattack by Velocity and Ratcharam there, really turning it around.
I don't think the attack is over. We're still putting the pressure on. That's a really good flick by Stealth. That will
I would have liked to
alleviate some
see
pressure.
velocity back pass there to Bluey instead of hit it across to Ole Miss, but
This is still awkward. Lunar, and he does get the demo, but this is still tough in front of Ole Miss's net. Even a man down, the Warriors keeping the pressure on. Lunar is going to elect to play it slow. He'll get demoed for his sins of trying to play Rocket League. We've all been there. I made this joke last time. I'm not going to make it again about us who get better actually do stop playing the game. It's now an old meme. Okay, Velocity trying to do the all on his own. I can't even speak. Resh, the shot, the deflection in front, not fooling Lunar. And C-Money will send it back. Bluey is there. A little bit of friendly fire, stealth. This is awkward. No follow for Ole Miss. And the clear comes out, but not for long.
yeah, I think this game has become very physical in the last half here. Not that it wasn't already pretty physical to begin with, but now you're seeing a lot of like, you know, non-offensive demos that are that are just kind of used to make more space, which I kind of like, but we'll have to see how it does for IT.
It's definitely starting to feel a little tense as well. I feel it for sure, but I always feel tense when I'm casting Rocket League. But I think we can see it on the players as well. Resh to the backboard. Lunar is there with 0 seconds. He's going to put it down. And Miller, we're back in familiar territory.
Another overtime. What more can you ask for in a series than every goal being one game or going to overtime, or one goal or overtime? I mean, this is exactly what you want to see. IT getting aggressive here with the bumps. Still have control. Reshiram has the flip over one. Trying to get over another. Unfortunately, stealth there to clear it away. Bluey trying to keep the offense going here. C-Money clears out. Now Reshiram has to take back and reset.
Bluey will send it back. That's a quick reset, though. Resh immediately activated. But Lunar back the other way. He's got C-Money. It's a little too far.
And that was a golden opportunity for C-Money there because Velocity was 0 boost in net.
Another double commit in front for the Warriors. Velocity puts a hand up. C-Money might fall on it, but Bluey does get there first. About to cross that minute mark here in OT. Resh looking infield for Velo. It's on target. Blues.
Absolute cinema. What a play. Oh my lord. What a beat. I can't believe Stealth even jumped for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Match point. 3-1 Warriors. And Velocity gets 2.
Velocity
Miller,
leading IT. I mean, this is exactly what you need to see, which is beautiful.
And these guys are just stone-faced. Last time we were in this situation, Miller, I don't know if you remember back, Resh looked like he was taking a nap. Like
I can't even see Velocity, but I know that the rest of them look pretty, like pretty chill. That they're just chilling.
They're just there. They're existing.
Like clockwork.
Oh my goodness, the Warriors, 1 win away.
They can't be happy yet, man. They still got work to do.
No,
still got work to do.
We talked about it. That 4th win is so difficult. And again, Ole Miss, this is a good team. This series has tilted one way, and Velocity might make it one right away. It just won't go. But you cannot count out this team. Ole Miss has almost certainly done this before. Obviously, I don't have the record. They almost certainly do.
I'm sure with how long they've played.
It's not over till it's over. That's my point.
This is not a really good position for IT to be in, with Reshiram having the only boost on the team. And a shot coming in. What a save! Had to lay out for that one, and he got it. Bluey now looking to control here. Challenged early, though. Lunar having a double tap opportunity, try to get it mid. Wasn't able to do so. Stealth still in a striking opportunity.
Again, though, we see Ole Miss. None of them have a ton of boost, but they have more collectively than the Warriors do. That one, oh, it doesn't go!
Oh, no!
Oh, is this going to go back?
It's
oh
open.
My goodness, it
oh, Lunar, no. That is...
Oh, no.
So Lunar, I mean, challenging as last man. And then who missed on the goal line? Was that C-Money?
We'll have to watch the footage back. I'm not 100% sure.
That is not what you want to see.
It's a Rocket League tragedy told in two parts. Technically three. You look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard's the third. Stealth looking to turn the tide. It's going to work its way in front. There's too many orange cars. Lunar pops it high. He's going to find Stealth. He pops it for that is C-Money, but again a whiff comes out. Lunar to the corner. Resh is there. Stealth. He's got one, but cut off by Velo. I think that was hit by both Warriors. This is into the corner. Back out into the middle. Here's a shot. It's high. Bluey actually underneath them, and Velocity stayed on the goal line, and he'll steer it aside. Ole Miss ramping up the pressure. You can almost feel, you can feel that they know it. They almost certainly have known it for a while, but it's the desperation is starting to show now.
Yes, they are playing very panicky, I think, even with how much offensive pressure they've had. I mean, it just doesn't look like three guys who've been playing together for over a year, you know? Like, I think it looks like communication's a little... Whoa! What a save out of the Indiana Tech boys. I cannot believe the defense are playing right now. As much as I am saying Ole Miss isn't doing that well, they still have a crazy amount of offensive pressure going, and Indiana Tech is starved.
Everything they've got right now. I mean, it's everything they've got. They've thrown fakes. They've thrown, they've thrown the simple stuff. They've thrown the complex stuff. Bluey has come screaming back from behind the offense's back to make saves like we just saw. Lunar on top, hits the pipe.
Oh my gosh, they just can't seem to put the ball between the posts.
And now it goes. Okay, it took two demos and an infield pass to finally break through.
That was a crazy 2 minutes of Rocket League from Indiana Tech. I mean, they had about a million chances, or Ole Miss had about a million chances to score and just couldn't. They finally get it done thanks to Stealth and a great pass from, I believe, Lunar.
They're definitely going to keep the press on now that they've got one, but the Warriors, obviously, they need a second now. That's a good press in front. Velo's there. Resh has space. Does he get there first? He gets the 50 and drops for Bluey straight to where Stealth was. He gets bumped. Demo comes out. Both players spawn on the same side, and Stealth is there. He's just going to go slow with it. The bump does come out, but right into the hands of Velocity, who has been huge in this series. That's a good 50. Now Resh, top
close. Let's go. That's beautiful shooting from Rusharam. What a 50 by Velocity. I feel like everything is going through Velocity right now. The defense, the offense, he is doing it right now. This is, I mean, what a shot. And what a bump.
European connection. It strikes again. Resh to the backboard. Who's up next? Resh will just call his own number. That one's on target. Velo's there. You are 100% right, by the way. This has been all Velo, the latter bits of this series.
Oh, yeah.
Final 40 seconds. What does Ole Miss have left in the tank? Wrapped around front. Velo. That's a good 50 for Ole Miss. Bluey puts a finger up. It drops in front. That's a bad touch, though. That allows Resh to break out. No boost, doesn't matter. He gets out into the Ole Miss end, and Velo steers it wide. C-Money with possession. He's going to get 50'd by Bluey. Off the sidewall, Lunar doesn't make contact. Stealth pops it high. Bluey is there. It's still alive. Final 10 seconds.
Beautiful clear.
It's still there. Bluey will send it back. And that will do it. Rebel meet Warrior. 4-1 Indiana Tech over Ole Miss. And another upset added to the collection. It was Columbia a couple weeks ago. Now it's Ole Miss. And now they can smile. Look at Bluey's face. It was a grin for a moment. Now it's a grin once again. There's a smile from Resh. Hey Miller, we can see Velocity's face too. So
we can see Velocity's face now.
That might be the real win.
Beautiful upset from the IT boys. I think a lot of people are going to see this and recognize that they criminally underrated this team. This team is crushing it right now, and I don't even think that they looked that great. Now that sounds bad, okay, but they really, I think that their ceiling is so much higher than what they performed today. And obviously I don't think Ole Miss were able to play the game that they were looking for, but IT didn't even allow them to even play the game. I mean, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I mean, we talked about it before the stream, we talked about it on the stream, and now we're going to talk about it after the stream too. Does this count as after the stream? We're technically still live after the game.
Yeah, post game.
Semantics, get out of here. We have seen the Warriors start slower in series and then make slow, gradual adjustments as the series goes. There was nothing slow or gradual or adjusting about this series. It was give up 2 goals and losing game 1 and then never give up 2 straight again. That was it. And then let Velocity run the offense, basically. I mean, that man,
he did everything for. Hey, shout out Bluey Dad. But yeah, no, I think Bluey had a great impact on defense. I think Velocity, everything ran through him. I mean, Velo and the Reshiram duo was just absolutely cooking on offense. Ole Miss could not avoid any bump. They just didn't want to play the game, I guess, today. And the results showed it. I mean, yeah, like you said, after game 1, it really was a whole different team. I think the first 2 minutes were really, they were minutes to figure out their game plan, how Ole Miss played, and you're right, they didn't change. It was like a snap of a finger, different team. So that was great result, great result, 4-1 Ole Miss, and I think you're gonna see a lot more of what this team can do in the next few weeks. So
100%. Ole Miss, they look strong. They did. In game 1, they looked like the team we thought they were. That's why we made the joke. Games 2 and 3, they still looked good. You hit game 4 and 5, and I think we saw some urgency for a little bit. And then when it was that last game, I think it teetered on that end from urgency to desperation. And unfortunately, when you get desperate, you open yourselves up to get burned. And I think that's what we saw today. Again, I can't sit here and say things that are not positive about Ole Miss. They are a well-storied roster. We've talked about that ad nauseum. They've been in this scene for a very, very long time. They've been top, 16 at least in CRL for, it feels like forever. A very, very long time.
It's been a few years.
They are a very good team. That is a very big win to start the season for the Warriors. That's how NECC is going to start. There's other really good teams in this division. Like we said off stream and still now, this is going to be a fun year and we're just getting started. But I think that's going to do it, at least for the moment. Miller, it was an absolute honor to have you back on the stream. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
We are going to take a quick break for an interview, and then we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go far. You're going to hear from one of our players in just a second. Be right back. And we are back. A 4-1 win over Ole Miss for the Indiana Tech Warriors. I am Bub. I thought it was flipped for a second because it starts with 2 B's. I'm joined by Bluey, who we saw you last year here. You're not new to the stream. What you are new to is beating Ole Miss today. The one thing I'm going to ask, at least to start, is Ole Miss, the rankings from Bepic and colleague and company. I hear giggles going on in the background. These guys are crazy. It's wild. Can't even get through an interview. without the peanut gallery happening in the background. This is absurd. See, listen to this. Hey, you guys can't hear it on the stream. They're yapping back there, or maybe you can. I don't know. Ole Miss ranked 13th in the nation coming into this. You guys were ranked 18th. That was a 4-1 win. How do you feel coming out of that? And I guess, what do you feel about those rankings now? I feel like I ask you guys about the rankings all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we were super underranked to start off the season, but I think we're gradually climbing our way up to where we should be. I think we're around like the 12th to 16th range pretty comfortably. And going from losing to them game 5 last season and beating them 4-1 this season is just a great feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of the actual series itself, we saw it with Columbia. We saw it in NECC where you guys gave me a friggin' heart attack. And we saw it today a little bit, but not as bad. You guys tend to start series a little slower, and we talked about it on stream too with Miller. You guys start slow, and then as the series goes along, you guys get better and better, and usually by the end of the series, it's not as close as what it was. I mean, Ole Miss didn't really, but it was still close. Scores looked very, very close, but you guys seemed relatively comfortable even towards the end. Why is that? Do you know why? Is that just the way things are?
Yeah, I actually do know why. Most of the time we don't have warm-up scrims for these games, so it's really hard to just straight up go into the action. So we start off game 1 really slow, just kind of learning how our opponents play, and then after that we can adapt and kind of create our play style from there.
All right, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense. Game 1's basically your guys' warm-up game going into it. I guess one more question about the series itself. I guess one player that stood out, not only just for you guys on your guys' team, there's only 6 players on the field, and I'm about to ask you to mention 2 of them. One player that stood out for you guys, I can think of one off the top of my head that stood out. Apparently one of them was pointing to Chip. Chip was not in the field, guys. He was up in one. He was one of the eggs up on the stand. He just what's up brothered off the stream. Dear Lord. One player that stood out on your team, and I guess one player that stood out for Ole Miss.
I mean, for our team, I'd probably say Velocity. He kind of locked in the comms department and kind of corrected some mistakes that we were making. So I think he did a really great job in that aspect. And then on their end, I mean, Stealth is just simply their best player, so I'd have to go with him. He had like 3.5 force saves per game, if I had to guess, and that's just outrageous.
Yeah, that's actually identical to what Miller and I analyzed from our very easy caster booth. The Grand Champ 3 and, well, now I guess Champ 2, Champ 3 brain, that is me. Saw the same thing.
Do him like that.
I'm gonna do Miller how I want it. Okay, listen here. Hey, listen here. It's fine. Yeah, no, we noticed that as the series went along, Stealth definitely led the way, on both sides, really, for Ole Miss. It felt like he was everywhere he needed to be. I think he scored the first 3 or 4 goals for Ole Miss in the series. He scored both in game 1, scored their 1 in game 2. I think he scored their 1 in game 3 as well. I could be mistaken. The VOD will prove me right or prove me wrong. I'm used to that at this point. And then we definitely noticed as the series went along, the offense 100% felt like it ran through Velocity. I think Miller was the first one to call it out, that it felt like Velo was everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the way that we play offense is just like super aggressive and pass heavy. So, I mean, we all have to be a part of the play, but most of the time, Velo is in the center of it.
Makes sense. Well, I guess looking forward now, you guys have a tall task up next. Next Wednesday, it's currently scheduled for 7 p.m. We're going to hope that doesn't change, because this is a big one. You guys have the defending CRL champs on deck in St. Clair Green. I don't think they're currently ranked number 1 in the nation, but they're up there. They're definitely up there. How are you guys feeling going into that right now?
I mean, obviously, we're not going to be super confident going into a game like that, but I mean, there is a chance that we can take them down. We're not super close in skill level, but we're in the range where we can definitely, any given Sunday, take them down. So.
It says Sunday. It's a Wednesday. Just remember that. Speaking of Sunday.
Football term.
Fair enough. Speaking of Sunday, CRL. CRL's coming up on Sunday. We are working on that right here on this broadcast, on this channel. Don't miss it. 1 o'clock. Work in progress. You'll see an announcement eventually on Twitter or X, whichever way you want to refer to it as. But for now, that is all. Thank you so much for everyone joining us. Thank you, Bluey, for joining us on this interview. 4-1 Warriors over Ole Miss tonight in NECC Division 1. We'll see you here tomorrow for League of Legends, 7 o'clock. Have a good night, everyone.
Heck yeah.